the game more clearly with extra view lenses from Norval Opticians, with £50 off our exclusive freeform frames.
Johan, 2 nights, 2 games in one night to settle you into Kingsholm. How do you assess your first visit here?
Yeah, no, I mean, it was a nervous one for me personally because, you know, obviously knew that we've got passionate fans, but put that aside, you know, obviously proud of both teams. Exactly what we needed, you know, 2 tough games. First game was really hard, and congratulate to Hartpury for a great fight, and then you know, we ended the game with some 17 and 18-year-old guys there who really showed good character to pull it through. And then the second game, obviously quality side and the energy of the guys and the passion of the guys, and just shows you what that one game does. You know, it gets a bit of the guys up the intensity. So yeah, so again, glad that we got through the game and showed a lot more intensity.
Let's start with the first game of the evening. Obviously Hartpury would have come to Kingsholm for the first time full of energy, full of excitement, and desperate to get a scalp, and at some stage they looked like they could have done so. What was the messages that you were relaying onto the players, because you weren't shirking away from the challenge, you were putting young lads on there to really step up? Yeah,
I mean, we went in with a plan, you know. We wanted to give some of our senior players game time. You know, obviously you can't fit everybody in one game, so we wanted to give guys decent time, because if they bench, they're only going to get 10, 15, 20 minutes. And then obviously we knew that we're going to end with a very young side, but taking into account that's a great experience for them as well. 1 or 2 things, you know, through injury forced us to you know, obviously have some extra cover at the main game. But again, that's how you learn, you know. And to me, the good thing was that everybody had some decent game time tonight, and you can train as much as you want to. There's nothing like putting you under that pressure and making good decisions.
And going ahead into the Scarlets game, I think, as we were saying to Jeremy, it was a game that's probably perfect for Gloucester, because they get a lot of time with ball in hand and a lot of time in defence as well.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I liked about tonight was the fact that we were down 14 men and we defended on our goal line for a long period. And if that character if we can groom that character and we can grow that, that's what you need. You know, things doesn't go your way always, and when it's tough, you need players that can perform under that pressure, and that was probably my highlight of the game. I know there was individual good performances, and we attacked at times with great rugby, but to me, the one thing a team can't lack is a good character, and that was good of the team.
And despite there being a few knocks to a few of the squad tonight, a lot of players got vital game time and would have put their hands up for next Friday, and it's going to be an interesting selection meeting for you.
Yeah, no, massive. You know, there's in certain positions quality challenges. It looked like we got through okay. Obviously Owen we had to take off because of back spasm. There's a few other knocks and bruises, but we hope that we get a good, decent report on Monday. We're not so lucky in the first game. There was a few injuries, but more to the young boys. And now it's going to be, you know, tough. It's always tough when it comes to selection. I don't, you know, personally enjoy that part, because there's always people that you're going to leave out that deserves a position.
One thing that you know is going to be here next Friday is the Gloucester fans. What was your first impression of them? Obviously next week's going to be a bumper crowd, but tonight was very loud.
Yeah, no, I mean, it didn't sound like, you know, it sounded much more than what was here. Again, I think everybody is just excited, you know, to play the champions. You can't ask for a bigger test, a bigger challenge. They've played great rugby for more than one season, and to play at home, that's what we live for, you know. And obviously to play this game at this level, and now the players is like a few days away from a massive challenge, but we know, you know, we've got a great support. And tonight was really excited for me to experience this, the whole build up to the game, experience the people. I can just imagine next week if it's full and what the atmosphere is going to be. And like I said, the main thing for me is just the passion that the team must play with. You know, if they show that commitment, hopefully the supporters will see that.